All right, we're going to reset the scoreboard here. JV boys game about ready to tip off. Cougars in white, Baxter Springs Lions in red. Cougars going right to left on your screen. 7 minutes on the clock. Opening tip won by the Cougars. That's Marin's over to Hinterleader, inside to the low block for Brueggemann. Brueggemann turns, gets blocked, looks for an option, and stolen away by number 1 for the Lions.
Good hands by Titus.
Clevenger gets a deflection, repossessed by the Lions.
This team already, you can see Baxter Springs plays quick, which is our style of playing basketball as well. He stepped out of bounds.
Ethan McCoy dribbling. Titus Clevenger there to get the steal. Gets it ahead to Bowen for Hinterleader.
Oh.
And can't get it to fall. Will stay Cougars ball underneath.
That was a great bounce pass to Hinterleader. Just a little hard. Jitters in front of the home crowd.
Clevenger into Hinterleader, jumps through, finds Bowen in the paint.
Yeah.
And a nice put in for the first 2 points of the game.
Barrett, stay in the right position, just waiting for that pass.
McCoy over to number 2, that's Paxson. Back to McCoy at the top. Ball inside to number 32, Moore. Back out to Brule. And the Lions reset. McCoy into the corner. Inside, McCoy picks up the loose ball and puts it in.
A good play by McCoy because he just happened to be in the right spot. That wasn't the play.
Cougars pushing the pace. Hinterleader goes baseline. Picks up the dribble in the short corner. Inside to Brueggemann. And Brueggemann with a nice right-handed finish.
Yeah, good little finger roll there.
McCoy gets trapped. And I don't know if Clevenger got a hand on that or not. They say he did. And it will stay Lions ball.
So for those that have been here and watched the JV girls game play first, these refs, possession, who has possession, who touches it last, was pretty suspect for the second half of that game.
Paxson to McCoy. Number 21 is Nelson. Back to McCoy at the top. Nelson on the left wing. Looks inside for Moore. Moore turns and shoots. Brueggemann pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, you can see a lot of that, what they're trying to do tonight, trying to get that ball into Moore.
Clevenger from the free throw line out to Marins for 3. Bowen gets a hand on it. Marins comes away with a long rebound. Clevenger at the top. Cougars looking to run in action. Bowen over to Marins on the right wing. Back to Bowen on the left. Dribble handoff to Hinterleader. For 3. Too strong. Marins there for the rebound. Into the opposite corner for Clevenger. And Titus Clevenger nails it.
And great job by the Cougars just to find the open man. I love how the Cougars are getting in position and just hands ready to shoot that ball. There was a couple different good looks there, and it was good to see Titus drop that one. So Cougars come in off of their JV, won the JV Mocan Classic this past weekend. Did you have any graphics for that?
Yes, I did.
I know you did. They were good. So JV boys really dominant against another Kansas team, against Columbus on Saturday, and come in hot, 7-2.
McCoy dribbling it up, gets it ahead to Brule. McCoy over to Paxson. Into the corner for the long 2. And that's number 21, Nelson, making the 2-point jump shot.
Oh.
Bowen gets it back to Brueggemann at the top. Over to Clevenger.
Kind of wish Barrett would have finished that drive.
At the elbow, Brueggemann dribble handoff to Marins.
Good screen.
Back to Clevenger. Clevenger looks inside. Brueggemann at the elbow. Dribble handoff action again to Marins. Into the paint, kicks it out to Bowen. Thought about the 3, pulls up from the free throw line. A little too strong. Bowen is able to fight for his own rebound. Ball deflected away. And Bowen may be in concussion protocol.
Yeah, there was a lot of collisions in the JV girls game with these same refs, too.
Nelson on the left. Clevenger comes in and deflects for the steal. Over to Bowen on the left.
Oh, tough.
Brugman flashes in. Ball deflected to Hinderleader.
Ooh.
Looked inside for Brugman, but too high. And out of bounds back to the Lions. Reether, Smathers, and Crumrine checking in the game for the Cougars.
Yeah, some good minutes there by that starting group.
Cougars in a 1-2-2 sort of half-court press.
I want to get that trap on the timeline. Good pass.
Rule all the way across for Nelson. Back up top to McCoy. Over to Nelson on the left. McCoy looks in. Back to Nelson for three. Backside rebound.
Good
Titus
board.
Clevenger pulls it down.
Good strong board. Contested all
A
the
lot
way.
of contact by Paxson. No foul call as the ref was busy walking to the end line. Reether to
Oh, nice.
Smathers. Marins
Oh.
drives in
You're gonna get
and
that.
blocking foul called on McCoy, I believe. Let's see who that will go on.
Didn't see a ton of contact. He went down, obviously.
Clevenger inbounding for the Cougars. Finds Marins. Back to Clevenger in the corner. From 15. Loose ball rebound. Crumrine's able to find it.
Go up. There you go.
Off the glass and in.
Yeah, initially it looked like he was going to pass it out, man. You're in there. Go up with it. Oh, and he dribbles off his foot.
That's number 31, Tresden Brule, I believe is how it's pronounced.
So, yeah, Baxter Springs, the Lions want to get that ball up the court. They're pushing in transition.
Rogan Reether over to Clevenger. McCoy, I'm sorry, number 31, Brule tightly defending.
And he
And loses it as he goes up. Back to the Cougars.
You don't see the ball stolen out of Clevenger's hands very often. And he just unable to control it.
Marins on the right side. McCoy defending, dribble handoff to Smathers. McCoy switches. Looks like they might be in a 3-2 or a switching man.
Yeah. Oh, there, yeah. Good read.
Marins in
Good read.
and nails the floater.
I don't know if he saw that they didn't really switch or if he was just late to it. And we're going to get a foul.
Clevenger riding on Brule, commits the foul.
Just chucks the ball back at the ref. This kid plays hot.
And this is the 28-foot line, of course, is noted by the line that's right there by the table, not mid-court.
Do you have a graphic for that?
Nelson back over to McCoy.
Good hands.
Over to Brule. Back to Nelson for three. Off the back of the rim. Paxson hacks Marins, no call, as Marins gets it out to Smathers. Smathers jump stop through,
Oh, yeah.
floats it over, and draws the foul for 2 free throws.
Smathers went into triple team. Everybody was in there, and he took his jump, kind of his Euro jump, kind of goes in there and draws the contact, no fear. Dude, I love the strength by Cam to rip that rebound down on the other side, and then to be able to contain the ball and to push it up. Good play.
Smathers can't get the first to fall. Second free throw upcoming. Again, rolls out. Paxson pulls down the rebound for the Lions. In the backcourt, gets it up to Brule. Loses the handle, and don't know if they called backcourt or out of bounds.
He did call backcourt.
Okay, so.
And that kid's trying to cook, man. Pokes that ball free.
Brule steals again. All the way to the basket,
Oh,
and oh my
man.
goodness. McCoy goes over the top and commits the foul. I'd almost consider an intentional foul there. It's just so unnecessarily rough.
Well, he just got caught up in the air and had nowhere to land except on his back.
Clevenger over to Smathers.
Tough.
Runner from 10 feet
There
gets
you
his own
go.
rebound out to Reether for three, and he nails it.
Now, he sat out there for a hot minute waiting for that pass. After Smathers missed it, Smathers got that rebound out to him, and he just drained that three.
Paxson all the way through the middle. Rises up from 8 feet, and Reether pulls down the rebound out to Smathers. 20 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Cougars leading by 10. Reether dribble handoff to Marins. Marins to the paint. Gets it back to Clevenger. 3 seconds into the corner for Reether for three.
Oh!
In and out, and that does it for the first quarter.
I like that ball control there at the end of the first quarter. Just hanging on to it, being aware of the clock, and getting a good look at it. Just rimmed out. Good start for the Cougars. You feel like Baxter Springs should have more points than they do at this point with only 4.
Yeah, it's been a rough game. Cougars seem to be controlling it, but Brule is very aggressive defending. Created some opportunities that he just hasn't been able to convert on the fast break when he's on the open court.
Yeah, had one fast break that he dribbled off his foot, another one where he lost it and went back court, and the other one he just shorted the layup.
Showing on the screen are some of the new rules this year. Continuous motion is a new rule in the NFHS, which is more like the NBA rule of if you've picked up the ball and you're stepping, you get that continuation to finish your shot.
Thank you, Brian.
We like to inform, entertain, and educate.
Well, I'd like to have a conversation with all 3 of those levels with those refs.
McCoy at the top, over into the corner for number 15. That's Price. Back to McCoy, to Paxson. Over to Brule, to the elbow. Aggressive take. Can't get it to fall. And Barrett Bowen pulls down the rebound for the Cougars. Evan Horton making his first appearance of the game.
Nice.
Bounce pass into Bowen from Reether.
Okay.
And foul called. Bowen will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, good take by Barrett. Going through, drawing the contact. After the ref called it, I couldn't clearly see his hand signal. Part of me was wondering if he was going to call a jump.
I have noticed that the extra effort to make a fist is sometimes asking too much.
Good roll. Yeah, we've had now, this is our 5th quarter with these refs, and it feels like lack of attentiveness.
Yeah,
is the way I would put it. Good shot.
Makes both free throws. 12-point lead now for the Cougars. Brule back to Paxson, still in the backcourt to McCoy. Barrett Bowen picks him up. Into Brule into the right corner, takes the 3. Rims out. Reether gets a touch on it. Evan Horton pulls down the rebound. Over to Hinderleader on the right.
Good find.
Brigham to Horton back up top to Hinderleader. Over to Reether on the right wing. Action coming through by Horton. Back to Hinderleader. Dribble handoff action denied as Brigham cuts through.
Oh.
Reether down low, gets the left-handed attempt. Loose ball goes to Hinderleader.
Oh,
nice pound dribble, and off the glass, puts it in.
Hey, way to go, man. Way to kind of feel those defenders and find your lane, just dribbling through them to get a good look underneath.
Paxson with the left hand, gets it back to McCoy. McCoy into the front court. Hinderleader defending. Over to Paxson at the top. Paxson finds Price. Back up top to Paxson and to McCoy. Paxson has the lane, gets into the paint, steps through. Too strong as Bowen pulls down the rebound, and Paxson gets called for the foul.
Cougars generally doing a good job closing out. Defense, you've got to move a lot in this defense. A lot, and stay active. And doing a good job. Just got pump faked in the air on that last one.
Into the corner for Brueggemann. Reether cuts through for the screen as Bowen comes to the near side. Reether from the top of the key. and gets the roll.
Good shot. Good shot. Good pass by Brueggemann. That's a bad pass.
Out of bounds on the pressure from the Cougars.
Cougars now with a 16-point lead. The Lions haven't scored anything. They've gotten looks.
Reither up top, looking inside for the steal by Brueggemann. He's able to get the ball on the mismatch. Can't put it in as Bowen knocks it out and gets to maintain possession.
Yeah, Coach Long was screaming to get that entry pass to Brueggemann because he had him pinned and had him open on the bottom side.
Good defense by Brule there to knock it out of play. Will stay Cougars ball. Horton finds Brueggemann on the cut, back up top to Hinderleader. Hinderleader has the lane runner from 8 feet. Bowen comes down with the rebound, spins around, and puts it in.
Yeah, good rebound and putback to continue to extend this lead. Oh, man.
Reither gets away with a chip from behind, and out of bounds ruled against the Lions.
Cougars getting away with that. Both teams getting away with that. You're getting beat on defense, so you just poke. And usually that's called a reach.
Brueggemann dribbles to the top, over to Reither. I do feel obligated to say there's no foul in the book called a reach.
Okay, a push.
Bowen gets away with a step, gets it back to Reither at the top. Reither tightly defended by McCoy. I don't know if there's a count yet. Reither finds the angle and puts it in for 2 more.
And it felt like it was one-on-one for an eternity, and he did a great job. Oh, Horton being there, loses the ball on the tip.
Paxson in, back to Brule. Baseline drive, runner off the front of the rim, fight for the rebound. Brule gets it back over to Price.
Oh, man.
Price through traffic and draws the the old triple team travel.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, he had 3 defenders on him all at that one time. The ball was loose, but how did he maintain control enough to travel?
Yeah. Hinderleader back to Horton in the middle. Bowen sends it to Brueggemann in the corner as the action comes through. Back to Horton at the top. Across to Hinderleader looking for Clevenger on the cut. Finds the bounce pass to Brueggemann from the short corner. Brueggemann nails it. 26-4, Cougars leading.
Yeah, great find. Again, Cougars being unselfish with the ball, looking for the open man.
Brule back to McCoy. Over to Paxson. I can't remember the last time Moore got a touch at the elbow.
Right. Cougars doing a good job of just putting enough defensive pressure in there.
There's Moore. Into the corner for Brule. 3-pointer deflected by Bowen. Off the bottom of the backboard. McCoy's able to stay in the front court and possess it. Paxson for 3. Too strong off the bottom of the backboard. Clevenger pulls down the rebound. Gets it up to Bowen. Bowen into the short corner for Brueggemann. Back to Bowen on the left wing.
Nice pass.
All the way across to Hinderleader to the elbow. Spins in. Tightly defended. Double team comes. Price knocks it away. And Paxson comes away with a loose ball.
Yeah, he was going to shoot it, and then he kind of got stuck.
Brule up to Paxson at the top. Over to McCoy on the left side. Into Price. Brule inside, finds Moore, but Moore can't handle the pass. Out of bounds back to the Cougars. That was a tough pass to handle.
Yeah, well, and Brueggemann got his hands in there and really kind of knocked it out. I wasn't quite sure who last actually touched it.
Brent Smathers checked into the game for Reither. And the leader with a dribble handoff to Horton. Horton to the baseline in the short corner, all the way across for Smathers. Gets away with steps.
Yeah.
Hinderleader to the baseline, looking for an angle and steps on the sideline. End line, I'm sorry. And a turnover to the Lions.
I mean, that was tough defense. They were moving. He was low, got clipped a little bit, but they didn't call the foul.
Brule over inside to Moore. Paxson gets stuffed, and then the foul. And he'll go to the line for 2.
I wonder who he called that foul on.
I think it was called on Clevenger, 23.
I felt like the initial contact with the ball was clean.
Oh, no, that was 13, Brueggemann.
Okay. So it might have been some kind of contact after the ball was already not free.
Paxton good on the first free throw. Rolls around on the second. Hinterleader pulls down the rebound for the Cougars. Out to Horton, inside to Brueggemann.
Oh, nice. Came
Can't
up
get it to
underneath
fall on the
basket.
reverse layup. Paxton pulls it away. Over to Price in the short corner. Loose ball, gets it back, and puts in the jumper.
First 2 points of the, so it's just 3 now. Points for the Lions this quarter.
Brueggemann at the elbow, down low for Horton. Horton with the reverse
There you
layup,
go.
nice turn and finish.
Good play, Evie. Yeah, sometimes our passes are just a step too late on the entry passes.
Price to Moore, goes between his legs in the top of the key. Back out to Nelson,
That's
loses the
unnecessary.
handle as Clevenger pokes it away. 20 seconds left in the half. Smathers,
Clears his own space.
Moore tips it away, Paxton there for it, 10 seconds to play. All the way across for Nelson.
Good hands.
Clevenger steals it away at the
Oh,
buzzer,
short.
and that will do it for the first half. Cougars leading 28-7.
Yeah, pretty dominant there. Lions didn't score any points. They only scored 3 late in the second quarter. So Cougars defense, and again, it's not that they're not getting some looks. Lions are getting some looks. They're just not falling so far this game. And then the Cougars, when they're patient on their offense, really is finding that open man and making some great shots.
Yeah, the separation, just watching the JV girls game before that, you feel like there's a lot of things that they could take from the way the boys are finishing here underneath the basket of getting in the air, making that step through, and instead of just facing, the girls have a tendency to be on the ground and then face the basket. And I think the boys have put on a nice little clinic here down low of how to find a way to get in to make an easy layup. All right, we'll take a halftime break here. Let's see, we got 5 minutes on the clock. We'll be back in about 4.5 to be ready for the second half. All right, we're back, ready for the third quarter. Cougars leading 28-7. Crumrine, Clevenger, Marion, Smathers, and Reether in the game for the Cougars.
Cougars dominating the game in all aspects. Be a little bit closer if some more of the shots would fall for the Lions.
Smathers on the left wing, being defended by Price. Gets to Clevenger at the top, over to Crumrine. Smathers looking to set up an action. Ball tossed in, Price deflects. Clevenger gets it backdoor
nice
pass to
find.
Marins. Out to Crumrine, drives into the paint. Back to Reether. Reether to the basket, gets his own rebound. Kicks it to the corner for Smathers. Back up top to Crumrine. Brule reads it and gets the steal.
See if he can finish here.
Out ahead.
He can't.
Can't get it to fall.
Big
Moore goes through his back, gets away with it.
Oh, nice
Smathers
block.
blocks. And Cougars are out running.
Take it.
Marins
Man, you got that lane.
pulls it up. Paxson tightly defending, back to Smathers.
Some pretty athletic plays on that last loose ball.
Clevenger from the key, kicks it back to Crumrine for three from the left wing. Marin's good position to get the offensive rebound. Kicks it back to Smathers for three. Too strong. Fight for the rebound by two Lions. Crumrine comes away with it. Looking for an angle and puts it in.
A way to battle underneath there. Definitely a lot of fouls. Definitely tough to hang on the ball. And a good way to fight and finish.
Number 35 is Knuckles. Jump ball called. And the Lions have the arrow.
I appreciate just the quick hands by the Cougars. Either poke that ball free or to grab a hold of it.
Brule into Moore. Moore with a left-handed dribble, gets it to the key. Over to Knuckles, up top to Paxson. Reether reads the pass and almost handcuffed himself trying to steal it. So could have caught it with his chest, it looked like.
Well, he was already dunking that ball in his mind.
Cooper Paxson, the sophomore, inbounding for the Lions. Brule walking it up. Over to Paxson on the right side. Back to Brule. Flips it into Moore.
Tries to go between his legs again. Oh, gosh.
Down low for Price. And Price rises up and nails it.
There was some definitely tugging of the jerseys.
Clevenger wants baseline. Goes behind his back, keeps his dribble. Brule jumps on top of him. And whistle timeout called by the Cougars.
Those two are definitely going at each other tonight. Trying to best each other, keep the pressure on. And he really kind of, I don't know if you got that loose ball, but Titus was on the ground trying to maintain control of it. He kind of just ran into him.
Yeah.
Wasn't even really going for the ball that much. Just looked like he dropped his shoulder into him.
Well, what I like to say is not all contact is illegal. And diving on top of a player was ruled by that ref to not be illegal. And what can you say? He's the arbiter of the truth.
Well,
the inerrant
justice. Yeah, an inerrant ref. That is a contradiction of terms.
All right, Smathers inbounding for the Cougars after the timeout. Into Clevenger. Into the corner for Reether for three, and he got it.
Oh, man. Great inbound set play. You don't get as many points off of side inbounds plays like that. And so I love the design of that and great execution.
Paxson to Brule. Price looking for an angle, kicks it out to Knuckles from the left side.
Knuckles
comes up short as Marions throws it up to Clevenger.
Oh, nice.
Clevenger turns, gets the dead ball off the back of the rim. Moore trying to save it.
Oh,
Smathers
gets
goes up strong and draws the foul. He'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking, what's that, number 31? That's his.
Well, it's Breuil. I'm saying Brule.
But Brule.
Dresden Brule.
Brule versus Clevenger. It's definitely engaging.
Smathers good on the first free throw.
I also like how big Smathers plays. Right, just down there, he's absorbing the contact, but just unafraid of going back up into it. Good shooting.
Makes both free throws, 35-9. 4:25 on the official clock. We'll let it run a little bit here as I'm a little bit ahead. Price in the short corner, back up to Brule. Over to Paxson at the top.
Nice.
Stolen away by Smathers into transition. Smathers stepped through.
Nice. Oh.
Moore pulls down the rebound.
Good body control as that ball was knocked loose to kind of spin around and set himself up for a decent shot.
Brule over to Paxson. Thought about the three. Drives into the paint. Looking for an option to release it. Smathers pokes it away. Up ahead. Reether to Smathers. One more to Clevenger. Falls to Marins. Out to Reether. Looking baseline. Brule tightly defending and gets called for the foul.
There you go. He was reaching, but not a reach foul.
Right.
I'm gonna infographic in my email tonight.
He reached towards the player.
Yes.
Which is legal.
Yes.
He committed an illegal contact.
Illegal contact with the player. It's easy to tell because of the clear hand motions by the refs.
Yes. Clevenger tries to find Marins inside. Brule steals. Gets trapped and pushed. Gets it over to Knuckles. Into Moore. Deflected and Reether steals. Clevenger, nice pass to Horton. Tipped back by Cam Marins. What a play by the Cougars.
I was loving the passing, and then Cam came in and just tapped it back in. And this team looks special.
Knuckles inside to Moore. Clevenger there for the steal. Outlet to Marins.
And fouled.
And Marins gets it to go. And he'll go to the line for the three-point play.
What a play. Back-to-back offensive plays by Cam. You got that replay? I mean, he came in there. That was not, hey, I'm going to try to stop this ball. This is, you're not going to make this shot.
Yeah.
Right, so he came in with a hard foul, and Cam with just enough strength and body control to hang on to that and get to go to the and one. Also flirting with the sacred 30-point lead.
Marins can't get the free throw to fall as Paxson pulls down the rebound for the Lions. Brule jogging it up court. Loses the handles, able to regain it. Back up top to Paxson. Over to Nelson on the right wing. Into Price in the corner. Back to Nelson, up to Brule. Brule, tough shot off the side of the rim. Fights for his own rebound, gets it to Paxson.
Oh, man.
Paxson double teamed.
All sorts of fouls.
And foul called on the shot. Paxson will go to the line for 2 free throws. Grant Hernando in the game. Foul called on... Yeah, foul given to Hernando.
They're letting him play, but not in a good way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes letting them play, you know, you're giving the opportunity for the players to make a play on the ball. But when it's a loose ball and everybody's reaching and pushing and shoving, not necessarily safe for the players because it just escalates.
Paxson good on the second, 39-10. The lead for the Cougars. Cam Marins bringing it up for the Cougars into the front court. Paxson defending. Horton flashes high. Back to the wing.
Trying to get some communication there for the screen.
Horton gets away with the illegal screen. Left-hand pass over to Brueggemann on the left side. Ball stripped away by number 21, Nelson.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to get back to Horton.
Nelson on the right side. Back to Brule. Over to Paxson, looking in for more. Finds Nelson at the elbow. Back up top, loose. Brule's able to gain it. Flips it into Moore.
Oh.
Out to Nelson, gets away with steps at the elbow. Back to Brule for 3 at the right wing, and he got it.
Cougars doing a good job tonight taking away that high post center. And I don't know if they're just not looking for him anymore, they're just not finding him, or the Cougars just doing a good job on it.
Moore, Hinderleader for 3.
Oh.
Fight for the rebound falls to Horton. Back out top to Hinderleader. Over to Brueggemann in the corner. Into the paint, steps in, and floats it and the foul. And Brueggemann will get a chance for his own three-point play.
Yeah, Nolan doing a good job seeing where the defenders are and kind of creates his own lane and just turns himself just enough to control that shot. Good three-point play for Nolan.
42-13, 1:15 left in the third quarter. Price in the short corner, double team comes, able to get through and draw the foul. And Price will go to the line for 2 free throws of his own.
So now we've got some, like that foul there, right? Like I believe it was a foul, but it was far softer than most everything else we've seen so far tonight.
Well, these refs like to work their way into the game.
Okay.
They don't want to start out too aggressively. You know, they tighten it up with about a minute left in the third traditionally.
Why do you think that is, Brian? What is it a strategy that they come up with before the game?
Clever strategy.
Yeah. We're just going to.
Luke Price, the freshman, misses on the second after making the first. Marions with the rebound. Back to Hinderleader at the top. Over to Horton on the right wing. Double screen on the block. Into the corner for Brueggemann. He wants the three.
Oof.
Rims out. Hernando fights for the rebound. Sends it out. And out of bounds back to the Lions. Hernando, a bench favorite.
Yeah, you can tell the varsity players in the stands and the JV players on the bench were cheering loud for him.
Nelson gets it back to Brule, over to number 35, Hall. I'm sorry, Knuckles. Moore was open, but it wasn't looking.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if they're looking anymore. Or...
Into Price, can't handle the pass, gets it back to Knuckles at the right wing. Picks up his dribble all the way across, gets it to Nelson.
Good D.
Back up top to Brule, drives into the paint, kicks it back to Nelson. Looks like it was deflected by the Cougars, and will stay.
I agree
Lions
with that
ball.
call.
10.2 on the official clock here in the third quarter.
He's going to shoot that.
Brule to Nelson.
Carrying the ball.
Knuckles from deep. Moore's there, gets the rebound, but can't get an angle back to the rim. That does it for the third quarter. Cougars with a dominant 42-14 lead.
So getting ready to go in the fourth quarter. Why does the number 30 mean something when you have the point differential for the fourth quarter, Brian?
Well, number 30 is Steph Curry, best free throw shooter of all time, and a running clock.
And a running clock.
But we're not at that point.
Yeah, these kind of late games where the lead is pretty much insurmountable, you know, Cougars would have to really blow things up for the Lions to dig out of this hole.
Yeah, one might say that they have an inerrant lead.
Okay, so some background on this. So I was doing a broadcast, and every time it was an errant pass, I would use the word inerrantly. I would use the word inerrant. And Brian caught it, and I don't know, 10, 15 times a game, because it was like a JV girls game, and the passing was just all over the place. And I kept using the wrong word. And so Brian, my supervisor, checking my tape, came back. And
I just figured we could use it in the right application.
Well, we are a Christian school.
Yeah, let's keep using it just rightly attributed to the excellent refs.
Oh, nice setup.
Reether for three from the corner. Price seals Brueggemann on the opposite block and gets the rebound.
Yeah, I like the find, and a good Reether pulled that up with the defender in his face. Just a little long.
Ball inside to Price. Rises up from 8 feet and nails the jumper.
That's interesting because that was kind of the play that they wanted to run, but they don't have their big in there right now to run it. And he turns around his first possession and creates. Oh, I like that play.
Reether for three from the left wing. Brueggemann pulls down the aggressive rebound. Brule's able to get a hand on it and slap it away.
So running a cutter through the double screen, giving them the option of going through high, low, or in the middle. Oh, wide open. Gets pump faked up.
Down low for Knuckles. Can't find the rim. Rebound by the Cougars, but Price slaps it away. Over to Brule for three from the left wing. And can't get it to fall. Bruggeman gets the rebound. Quick outlet to Bowen. Up ahead to Reether.
No foul called.
And Brule tried to draw the foul. Wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah, Brule stepped into him a little bit, but I like the no call.
Price from the elbow. Hinterleader with the rebound. Looking to push up to Bowen. Bowen with the left. Good seal by number 14, Stapleton, and gets the rebound for the Lions.
Yeah, Barrett, it was a good pass. Barrett just shot a little too hard.
Number 21, that's Nelson. Back to Brule at the top. Inside to Price.
Good reach.
Reether sweeps it away. And an inerrant reach by Reether.
It was not an errant reach. It was an errant reach.
No, he didn't get a foul.
Right, but he didn't get it.
Oh.
It
well,
was
yeah,
not.
but he didn't get a. So a reach that'd be a foul would be an errant reach.
Yeah. That was.
Reether steals and goes in for the layup.
Now we got a running clock, folks.
All right, Lions will probably hit a three here.
Yeah, there was a thing in the JV girls game. The Cougars would score, and then they would immediately score back.
All right, let's see if the clock keeps running. It does. The clock operator quick on the. Oh, yeah, it's still running.
See now that would be he's an inerrant. His clock running is inerrant.
Yeah, really nice job.
Shorted it. Cougars fighting for possession with each other. Ball bounces off of them.
I must have accidentally stopped the clock there. My clock operating is not in error.
Well, you're man, you know. That's the problem.
Oh, saved, but Bowen right there for the steal.
There
and
you
he
go.
puts it in.
There you
Stapleton trying to avoid the backcourt violation and just threw it right to Bowen. Into Price at the free throw line, gets into the paint, into the short corner for Knuckles.
Yeah, he's doing a better job of running that position in their offense because he makes a move.
Yeah.
So he's just not catching the ball and standing there, but he's looking for the next play.
Marin's inside to
feel him on the backside.
To Bruggeman to Hinterleader for three, and he got it.
Good pass out by Nolan.
This clock ain't stopping anytime soon. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds. Will
go to us.
Stay Lions. And a 5-player sub for the Cougars. Horton, Smathers, Clevenger, Crumryan, and Hernando in the game. Price gets it over to Knuckles. Up top to number 14, Stapleton. Nelson back to Stapleton at the top. Over to Brule into the corner for Knuckles for a long two. Crumryan fighting for it with Nelson, able to get it over to Stapleton. In the corner for three for Nelson, too strong. Smathers, good seal block.
Oh.
Can't handle it, but jump ball as he gets on the floor.
Is it just me, or does Knuckles' shots have no spin on it? That's the second time I've noticed that.
Crumryan inside to Hernando.
They want him to go back in.
Smathers finds Horton.
Ooh.
And too strong on the floater. So, see, for some reason, every time I go to say Evan Horton, I want to say Nelson.
Got to carry. You see Nelson play a lot of basketball?
Never have seen him play basketball, but I bet he's good.
I don't know.
Based on his pedigree.
I mean, I played with his son, Nathan, Evan's dad, and it's pretty rough.
Hernando draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for two. Take a look at that. Nice post move by Grant Hernando.
He steps through there, just gets too far underneath the basket or the goal or the backboard. Got all of his classmates standing over there cheering for him. Imagine they'll erupt if he can drop this one.
Gets the roll.
There you go. Bench favorite gets the points.
Stapleton back up top to Brule. Inside to Price.
Yeah.
Nice move. Knuckles gets the offensive rebound, and jump ball called. It's the Lions' arrow.
Yeah, again, he's doing a good job of flexing the defense when he gets it in there. Try and set a screen.
Brule in the corner. All the way across to Nelson. Ball knocked out of play, will stay Lions ball.
I'm not sure if that was the correct call, but because he ran out after it, the assumption of guilt. Yeah, let's try and set up that 3 entry.
Price to the
That's
basket off the
blocked.
bottom of the rim. Hernando comes away with it.
We'll just run it out here.
And that will do it for the game. Cougars JV victorious 52-16.
Yeah, good dominant win by the Cougars, whose JV team continues to roll this year. Have they lost the game yet?
The JV hasn't got too many games. They didn't play in that. Let's see, they lost to Rush.
They lost to Rush. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they just look fantastic. Good team, good ball movement, good coaching by Coach Long. It's exciting to watch these boys play. So 2 wins, 2 games, 2 more to go tonight as the varsity girls will tip off here in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll send you through the second half recap and then end this stream. We'll go live with the varsity girls stream here in about 3 minutes.